Mic check. Here we go. Make sure we good. Hopefully y'all heard that. Hopefully y'all hearing those. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know who y'all looking at. Want to welcome y'all to another episode of Club Pizzle. I am, of course, Pizzle, Don P, Don Pizzle, Pie God, all of those good names. Thank each and every last one of y'all for y'all continued support of this podcast. Thank y'all for y'all continued support of this platform. And while y'all are in a supporting mood, I need y'all to like the YouTube, like the Spotify. Shout out to my YouTube people, my Spotify people. Like, comment, share it with people, and follow. Hit the follow button on all of those things. Also, that time of year is around again where I am going to be going for each and every single award and accolade that I possibly can get my hands on. I missed out on the Scene magazine Best of Cleveland this year. But when I say God always look out for his children, look what pops up this week. Cleveland Magazine also has their Best of Cleveland edition coming out. And lo and behold, this year, guess what they have, y'all? They have a podcast category. So I need for everyone, and it will be in the description, I need y'all to log on to Cleveland Magazine's website, go to the Best of Cleveland, and go down to the radio/podcast category and nominate your boy and nominate Club Pizzle. Y'all can do that every day until July the 18th. So I got one more of these episodes that I can curse y'all out about, and y'all can go and show a brother some support. So yeah, y'all already know how I feel about awards and anything going on in Cleveland. I feel like everybody who's doing something or everybody that's doing anything that has to do with entertainment, whether you're a rapper, whether you're a singer, you're an actor, producer, podcaster, content creator, it doesn't matter. Fashion designer, models, chefs, barbers, it don't matter. If there's any award that you can win for it, put yourself out there. Promote yourself. Flyers are all across my socials. It's across my IG, it's across my Facebook. I don't use Twitter enough, and people are telling me I need to go to Twitter more. So I guess I'll use Twitter. At some point, I always say that. Go on Twitter for one day and go away from it, because I don't know if y'all been on Twitter lately or if y'all be on Twitter, but it's kind of crazy over there. It's crazy. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, man, y'all can y'all can cast y'all nominations. This is the nomination period. I have until July the 18th. And then the finals with the final vote will start on like July the 21st or something like that. But first, y'all gotta get me to July 21st. Is what I need for everybody to do. Thank y'all in advance. Those of y'all who have already voted, I've been putting that up since Monday or Tuesday. Thank y'all. I've been sharing it across my socials. If y'all can share that across y'all socials, get your boy up in there so I can actually be at the Best of Cleveland event that's down at the Science Center, sitting at a table instead of walking around sampling all the good food. I've been to the Best of Cleveland for the last 2 years. Shout out to my boy JR for the invite and the tickets to go down there. It's a very dope event. But I actually want to be a part of that event. The first year I went, I said, next year I want to be back here with my podcast. Didn't get there last year. So this year, help me get to that damn event, y'all. I want to be there. I want to set up shop. I want to have out my stickers. I want to have all my stuff out. I'm just help a brother out. Couple of quick things before we get to it. Y'all already know how I do, man. This is the best pie in the land. And I try to give this thing to y'all 45 minutes or less. I'm not going to say or y'all money back because y'all don't give me no money. Couple quick announcements. Battleground is next Saturday, July 19th. We are at Exotic Cuisines, 12703 Lorraine Avenue. I am bugging. What's wrong with me, Mr. Pinella? Exotic Cuisine, Chef Carolyn's Exotic Cuisines. Y'all know it. Anybody who's anybody in music has probably performed at that place because it's been one of the hot spots in Cleveland for performers. It's the one place that appreciates and respects hip hop in Cleveland or just local hip hop. Like shout outs to everybody that's ever performed there. It's funny, I've never performed there. Stay tuned, just might. But that's what will be Battleground. B-Jax will be defending his title against somebody. Is going to be 8 tough competitors. Shout out to all the squad over at Battleground. Meech the Shredder, Timbuktu, Flight Like Bees, Don Prince, DJ Verb. Speaking of the Battleground squad, August the 1st is the Shred Gang pool party. That is August 1st. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. That is my wife's birthday weekend, and we going to start off there, and we going to pool party. Anybody who wants to perform, please contact Meech the Shredder or contact me, and I will get you in contact with him because it's going to be a couple of performers. We're going to be out at the pool. Nice, you know what I'm saying, nice location, all that good stuff. So get ready for that. So again, Battleground is next Saturday, July 19th at Chef Carolyn's Exotic Cuisines. And get your tickets for the Shred Gang pool party. Splash, bash, splash. I forgot what he called it. Speaking of, happy birthday to my dog, Mr. Shredder. Today is his birthday. He's celebrating. Shout out to my dog. I think that's pretty much it. My 4th of July was whatever. I didn't smoke a brisket. Really didn't want to. Honestly, I woke up, or I went outside Thursday, or at least I thought I was going outside, and I think I was in the house by 10 o'clock. That's old man stuff, man. I'm telling you, man, this old man-ish. But I did get to go and see some family on the 4th, hung out with some family, and that was pretty much that. But y'all don't want to hear about that, man. Let's get it. Let's get to it, what we came here for. The Cleveland Browns, the governors, everyone has approved the funding and the stadium move. Jimmy Haslam has purchased the land out in Brook Park. They're looking at 2029 to be moving out to the new Huntington Bank Field is what it's going to be called because they have the naming rights. They still have the naming rights from the stadium where they currently sit on the lake. It's a deal. They just signed that deal last year. 2029. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to tell y'all like I've been telling y'all on this show or like I told y'all on this show last year, I am not surprised in the least bit. When billionaires want something, billionaires go and get it. And billionaires are going to get whatever they want by any means necessary. Jimmy Haslam wanted a new stadium. He wanted a new dome stadium. He got it, and he was going to get it. That was not a surprise. Anybody that was surprised or anybody that's upset, that's just on y'all. Y'all know this is America, where the billionaires win. Our current executive branch of government should tell y'all that. This is not a political show. I'm just throwing that out there just to let y'all know. But just let me break something down for y'all. Y'all do realize that when they build these stadiums, they don't build these stadiums for the players. The players are going to play in anything, in any weather. It don't matter to them because they get paid to go out there and play in snow, in below freezing weather, in a driving rainstorm, and it's muddy, or it's 90 degrees and it's hot. They're going to get paid regardless. They build these stadiums for the fans. Cleveland is a huge football town. One of the biggest football towns in the country. I'm not going to say in the world because they don't play American football all like that around the world. And I don't think in London, the American football fans are as crazed as the fans are here in the States. But this is a football town. Football was born right down the road, right down 77 and 76 in Canton, Ohio, right? The Hall of Fame lives there, right? This city and this fan base, we saw it. The team left. They came back. We saw what happened. And I still stand on they never should have built the stadium back down on the same site. I still feel like they never should. They should have. I still feel like they should have gave Art Modell all of it. Take the team, take the records, start from scratch, build a new stadium somewhere else. I still stand by that. So you're going to tell me. Now, let's get back to right now and where they're building this stadium and where they're building it and what's being built. It's a dome stadium. So you mean to tell me that I can go to a football game in December when it's freezing and 5 inches of snow on the ground, and I can go to the football game and be indoors where it's climate controlled and be cool for 3 hours in December in Cleveland? Count me in. Some of y'all may have never been to a Browns game in November and December. Late November and December. It's not fun. It's not cool. You cold. All the alcohol in the world is not going to make up for the fact that you are freezing cold. Because when that north wind come up off that lake, what you got? I don't care how many layers of clothes you put on. I went to a game. It was the Baltimore game where it was a Monday night game where they got the kick six. When we thought we were going to win the game, he kicked a field goal and he got it blocked. And they took it all the way back. This was 2000 and I forget, but it was either Joe Flacco or Matt Shaw was the QB at the time. But y'all remember that game. It was cold. And I had some damn good seats. It wasn't under no awning. It wasn't snowing down there, thank God. It wasn't no rain or snow or nothing. But the fact that it was late November and it was cold. And I just so happened to be sitting next to some really friendly people who bought me beer all night. And all the beer in the world couldn't make up for the fact that I was cold. It don't matter. Long johns, jogging pants, jeans. Oh, my goodness. I hope if y'all watching this summer league game, this is crazy. I'm going to get to it. I got more to get to. But it was cold. No one wants to go to a game when it's cold. And have y'all been to Huntington Bank Field lately? It's horrible. It's outdated. It's not enough bathrooms. It's not enough room to walk around. The stadium's trash. I'm going to say it. The stadium's trash. It's horrible. I went to SummerSlam last year. That place is not, it's time, y'all. That stadium will be 26 years old, and that stadium was outdated 15 years ago, if we being honest. Horrible. This whole football is meant to be played outdoors. That's old news. That's the 80s, the 90s. Hey, y'all. I'm living by the whole we done with the 90s crap. Except for Biggie and Tupac and early Jay-Z and Nas. Like certain stuff with the 90s I'm not done with. I'm done with 90s basketball. That's another conversation for another day. Because we done with the 90s. Except for 90s hip-hop. This is the new wave that's going on. The NFL owners, you know they talk to each other. Because you know it's only like 32 billionaires in the world. Or it's like 50 billion, like it's a couple billionaires in the world, a few billionaires, and a few of them live in the States. And those are the ones who own teams and stuff like that, right? You know they talk to each other. So you know Robert Kraft, when he built Patriot Place, was bragging about it. So Jerry Jones was like, all right, I see you. And then the Mara family, And then you got the owners of the Rams. Hey, we're going to move out to L.A. and we're going to build this big extravagant thing. Listen, y'all, this the new wave. And obviously, y'all are upset about something that is way outside of your tax bracket. I ain't got enough money to be like, he shouldn't do that or Ain't got enough money to tell nobody what to do with their money, especially when you got way more money than I do. When you make more money in a year than the money I make in a year, they wipe they you know what's with. But the new way, Patriot Place, Jerry World, SoFi, Minnesota, these stadiums aren't just stadiums anymore. They have everything else around them. Now, I know y'all seen all of this stuff. Y'all seen what is going on out there. It's going to be restaurants. It's going to be hotels. It's going to be shopping. It's going to be, this thing basically looks like Crocker Park and Legacy Village and Pinecrest all in one with a stadium around it. That's what this is. It's what 2025 is. Probably in the next 20, 30 years, every stadium in the NFL or most pro sports is going to be like this. It's going to be sports complexes. All of the teams is going to be a football only stadium, baseball only stadium, basketball arena. Certain cities you might have your soccer friendly stadium. Everything is going to be in one spot, and they're going to have shopping and hotels and activities and green parks, and it's gonna be a lot around. This is the thing. And hey, Cleveland, guess what else? With this new stadium, you know what will be coming to Cleveland? A Super Bowl, the Final Four, of course, WrestleMania. April in Cleveland is not the funnest. Like, the weather is tricky. Put it in an indoor stadium, you got something. A big boxing event. By 2029, I'm gonna tell y'all of the Mason brothers. Like this is all about timing. Like I said, God works on timing. Like certain things is perfect timing, and this is perfect timing. By 2029, Abdullah Mason is gonna be on top of his division, and by this time, Abdullah Mason is going to be a superstar and one of the biggest names in boxing, and is going to be able to say, hey, I want to have a boxing event at home in my hometown. But no, I don't want it at Progressive Field. No, I don't want it at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Beautiful arenas. Yes, everything is all fine and dandy there. But no, that is not where I want my fight to be. He has an opportunity to have a super fight with someone who knows who it could be. Not gonna name names because I don't want to sound crazy. But he could have his big super fight main event at this new stadium out in Brook Park. And all four of his brothers could be on the undercard. How you like those apples, Cleveland? Y'all don't watch boxing, so y'all ain't feeling me right now. It is what it is. This is just get ready for it. I'm excited. I can't wait. The renderings look great. The stadium looks great. The seats are literally going to be on top of the field. I like what they're going to do with the new dog pound. It's just going to be a wall of fans right there. I love that. I might want to have a season ticket up there. Because, no, I haven't forgotten. I am still mad at the Cleveland Browns. They still get on my nerves, but I'm still going to cover them, right? No reason to be mad, y'all. This thing is happening. If y'all don't like it, y'all know y'all can not go. And the more people that don't go, the cheaper the ticket will be. And if I don't be a season ticket holder, guess what? I get to go. Such an evil genius. Moving on. Expansion could be on the horizon. Adam Silver and the guys are going to be meeting in Vegas this week or over the next few weeks or over the next few days. And expansion is going to be on the table. Rumor has it that they want 2 expansion teams by next season. Right? The front runners, of course, are Seattle and Las Vegas, which has been the same thing for the last 5 or 6 years that they've talked about NBA expansion. The 2 cities that have come up have been Seattle and Las Vegas. I'm with it. But other cities that possibly. Now, we know Seattle was going to be one. That's a given. The Seattle Supersonics are coming back. Now, y'all remember I've actually done on this very show, it was long time ago. Y'all have to dig back in the archives. That I did an expansion, like an NBA. I did a super expansion. It was like Seattle, Vegas. I think I did St. Louis, Louisville, Vancouver. Trying to think, did I do Kansas City? Maybe it was Tampa. I did an expansion. Had a couple people hate on it because, that's how it is. People who can't and don't know how to do things, they're good at hating and being haters, right? But I did do that. It was quite fun to find it. I'm gonna get these teams right because I posted it. This was like 4 years ago. I did expansion and realignment. It was Vegas, St. Louis, Louisville, Vancouver, Kansas City. In Memphis, I had Memphis rebranding and Vancouver getting the Grizzlies back, the Sonics coming back. It was just something that I did in my spare time, and somebody tried to hate and shit on it. If y'all see the post, y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about. I just, people are whatever. But other cities outside of Seattle and Vegas that possibly could get an expansion franchise. Louisville, Kentucky was on my list. They do have that big old arena down in Louisville. I believe it's called the KFC Center or something like that. And that arena is that's a beautiful arena. And Louisville it would be cool. And that's a 6-hour ride for me. And that would be one of my stops on my NBA tour that I'm going to take. Oh, by the way, I do plan on taking I'm going on the NBA arena tour next year outside of Cleveland. I'm going to do Detroit, Chicago. I'm going to do the Central Division, Detroit, Chicago, Milwaukee, Indiana, maybe Toronto, and I'm going to do Philly. Those are the ones that are right in my vicinity. So those are the couple of cities that I'm going to go to. I may even hit New York. I got to go to the Garden, and I got to go to Barclays. But Louisville is on that list. San Diego is on that list. San Diego had a franchise. They had the Clippers back in the 80s. I think the Clippers moved from San Diego to LA in 82, 83-ish. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, another one. Hey, that would be right on the list of, I would go to a lot of those games. Pittsburgh is a great sports town. Not going to lie. Can't stand the Steelers, but they're a great sports town. It's a great football town, but they're also a great sports town. Kansas City is on that list. They had the Kings before they moved to Sacramento. Montreal, Vancouver, and Mexico City. Foreign cities. I can see a scenario where they add 2 teams, Seattle, Vegas, San Diego, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Louisville. I think St. Louis needs to be on that list. If I had my choice, and I don't, I'm just throwing this out there because this is the way my brain works. I would bring the Seattle Sonics back, and I would give the city of St. Louis and bring back the Spirits of St. Louis. That would be me. But I can see in a scenario they can do Seattle and Vegas, and then at some point, maybe another 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, them going international. Mexico City is very attractive. Big market, big city market, and one thing that the NBA chases are the huge markets. They love huge markets. They push the huge markets. Vancouver had a team. That was what it was. And they moved, and the Grizzlies sucked, thanks to Brian Big Country Reeves. But I can see that scenario. But as of right now, I think Seattle and Vegas are going to be the 2 cities. That's if they go through it. Now, there are a couple of factors that come into this. Will the 30 owners in the NBA right now be cool with splitting their pie with 2 more teams and 2 more cities and 2 other owners? I mean, billionaires are billionaires for a reason. They greedy. And expansion fees could be high as giraffe. You know what? The Lakers just sold for $10 billion. The Celtics sold for $6 billion. So if you want to buy into a new franchise, you're going to be looking at no less. You're probably going to have to walk in the door with a group that has $4 billion or $5 billion, somewhere in there. And this is out of my pay grade. This is way out of my realm. These are things I'm just thinking of, and I'm gathering this information, and I don't know the exact number. I'm guessing and I'm estimating. I haven't talked to anybody. I always tell y'all on this show, I am not an expert. I am not an insider. I am not a journalist. I am just a dude with a podcast. Okay? Leave it at that. Adam Silver did talk about the fact that once they got the TV deals done and in place, that this is what was going to happen and that this is what they were going to do. They were going to talk about expansion. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen as fast as next season. I think you would be doing those two. I think you would be doing the city of Seattle and the Supersonics an injustice by saying, hey, 2026, 2027, y'all are back. And it's July of 2025. I think you would be doing the city of Las Vegas an injustice by saying, hey, we're going to bring y'all up in here in, you know what I'm saying? Especially now that nothing has been announced. It hasn't been discussed yet. Ownership groups, even though I believe there are a couple of ownership groups and a couple of people that are going to be talking. And if I'm going to be all the way honest, think once LeBron James retires, expansion will happen. And he's going to be on one of those ownership groups. I believe it's going to be the Las Vegas team is going to be a group of former NBA players. Matter of fact, it's going to be the Banana Boat crew. LeBron, Carmelo, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade. Even though Dwayne Wade works for the Utah Jazz, or last I checked, or last I heard, he worked for the Utah Jazz. I think you give it to those four guys, and bam. And again, those are just observations, and it's just me throwing stuff at the wall, right? But the TV deals, 11 years, 75 billion between Disney, Amazon, and NBC. Those deals kick in this year, and I'm excited about it. I'm also intrigued and curious to see exactly how much they're going to use Michael Jordan on NBC. I'm curious. I want to see. I think we all want to see that. How much is he going to be there? What exactly is his role? They just said we just have Michael Jordan. And oh, by the way, congratulations to Dale Curry for getting in with Amazon. That Amazon coverage is going to be fire. I think NBC is going to be fire. ESPN adding the Inside the NBA crew is a major upgrade. That way, I don't have to look at Stephen A. Smith's big four-headed ass. And he can just stick to doing First Take. I don't want to see him. That's just how I feel. NBA coverage was so bad this year. And I'm including Inside the NBA on that because it was not good, y'all. It just wasn't. Moving on. Threw out a poll question, but I'm changing it up. Yep, I'm gonna switch it on up. The initial question was, with the one open spot that the Cleveland Cavaliers currently have on their roster, should they sign Kevin Love or Chris Paul? Well, I had a chance to get some sleep, and I had a chance to sleep on that, and I changed my mind. That's not what I want to ask. I just want to ask y'all flat out, should the Cleveland Cavaliers bring Kevin Love back home? Yes, no? I would say yes, bring him in. And it's not from just a fan standpoint. It's the fact that if you look at this roster, where is the locker room vet? Where's the old locker room guy? Where's your Tristan Thompson? He's not there, right? So I just believe that it wouldn't hurt to bring Kevin Love back. Even though I wouldn't be mad at bringing Chris Paul in, or would y'all bring somebody else in? And who would that somebody else be for y'all? Y'all know me. If I ask a question and y'all not just gonna give me a yes or no answer, or if I make an observation, y'all know how y'all get down and y'all know how y'all operate. It's like, all right, y'all tell me, y'all say something. Give me the solution. Don't just talk about the problem. Where's the solution? I think bringing Kevin Love back, we don't need a lot from him, especially with what the rotation looks like it's going to be. I did just watch the Summer League game. It's crazy. It looked exactly how. But Kevin Love is a veteran. He's been here, of course. It didn't end well. I think that was a him and JB Bickerstaff thing. Fell out of the rotation, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, we get it. You don't have much cap space, if any. Vet minimum wouldn't hurt. Cavaliers, Summer League. I just watched the game. I don't have the stats in front of me. I started recording this as the game was going on. I think I started recording somewhere in the third quarter. And they were up by a lot. It looked exactly how game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals looked. It looked exactly how the season finale, the last game of the year, where all of the I ain't gonna call them scrubs, but all of the other guys were in there. Cavs were up big. Indiana made a comeback. Crazy-ish. Beforehand, and I think all my players to watch, I think I did this right, but first let me run through it. They played Indiana today. They played Milwaukee on Saturday, they played Miami on Sunday, and then they play Sacramento on Wednesday. Now, if they win enough games in these 4 games, they would advance to the top 4, in which the top 4 play in the semifinals July the 19th, and the championship game would be on July the 20th. Now, if they don't make that top 4, they will play one more game on July 18th, 19th, or the 20th. Get it? Got it? Good. All teams play at least 5 games. Players to watch, and I think I did pretty good on this. Tyrese Proctor, I did see a little bit of him. He's tall, can shoot. Jalen Tyson, impressive. Craig Porter Jr., I need to see a little more from Craig if he's going to make the rotation. He's going to have to, or otherwise he's going to be on the outside looking in, or he's going to be playing a lot with the charge. Naquan Tomlin, Darius Brown, Jackson Robinson. Now, Naquan Tomlin is a guy who I believe can, let me tell y'all, let me break this down to y'all, and I think I posted this. The progress that Naquan Tomlin and Jalen Tyson made are the reason why the Cavs were willing to let Imani Bates go. If y'all don't understand that, if y'all can't understand that, go watch an early Cleveland Charge game from last year. Go watch Naquan Tomlin early. When he first stepped out there, I was like, who is this big goofy dude? He all arms and shoulders. But after I left that first game, I was like, okay, he might have something. And this dude just stayed getting like 30 and 20 down with the Charge. And he parlayed that into a 2-way contract, which is dope and fire for him. That 2-way contract, I'm going to tell y'all, they may not even bring Kevin Love in. Or if they do, they may bring him in. But I think at some point during this season or next season, Naquan Tomlin is going to have a standard NBA contract. That's just what I see with him. But those are the players to watch. That was a wild game. Very, very wild. And finally, before I get out of here, doing pretty good. Chris Paul announced that the 2025-2026 season was going to be his last. Now, where does Chris Paul rank amongst the best point guards in the NBA? I know it's a lot of people out there who hate Chris Paul for whatever reason. You may hate him, but you can't deny that I have him. He's top 10 for me. He's one of the top 10 point guards of all time. He's one of the top 10 point guards that I've ever seen. But let me just drop this list. Where does Chris Paul sit amongst the greatest point guards of all time? I think he's right. I think he's hovering. I think he's sitting at 5, to be honest. Slightly above John Stockton. That's where I have him. Right above John Stockton and Jason Kidd, and right behind Magic, Steph, Oscar, Isaiah. And that's my top 5. My top 5 point guards. Y'all hear me, right? Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul. 6 through 10, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Gary Payton. I didn't see Clyde Frazier, and I know he was a killer, but I'm throwing Nash and Clyde on my list. I mean, Nash and GP. Chris Paul falls right. He's Right, he's like the middle child amongst all of them. Well, who are your top five? We'll see. I'm gonna get out of here. What I need for y'all to do again, make sure you guys, Best of Cleveland nominations is open. Cleveland Magazine. The link will be in the description. Just vote Club Pizzle. Just nominate Club Pizzle for in the radio podcast category. Okay. We gonna get out of here, man. Y'all already know how it is, man. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna do a special Pizzles picks. It's a lot of wrestling stuff going on. A lot of WWE things going on. I would do AEW picks, but I don't watch enough of it. The only few that I'm paying attention to in AEW is Sasha Banks. No, I'm never calling her Mercedes Moné, and Tony Storm. And it's like the weirdest feud. They act like they're absolutely in love with each other, but want to beat each other's ass. That's what I see with them. Because every time I look at them, they sniffing each other and they groping each other. It's wild. It's weird. Like it's whatever. But tune in tomorrow, Pizzles Picks. It's going to be. I'm going to predict NXT Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event. Both of those events are taking place on Saturday, and I'm going to predict Sunday's Evolution card, the all women's card. So make sure y'all tune into that. Y'all know what it is, man. Always protect your peace, protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger, and creators be great. Stay positive because negative energy is trash. Until next week, y'all. Peace.